Encounter is brought to you by the Broome County Council of Churches, where we connect compassion with needs as we inspire growth with dignity. You'll find us in special places throughout the community. For those who remain hungry, we provide meals. For those who are challenged, we build wheelchair ramps. We comfort those who are ill, minister to those who are confined, and we remain an advocate for change and understanding on behalf of every element of our community. Connect and inspire. Encounter the Broome County Council of Churches.
Brothers and sisters, welcome to the Encounter program. I am your host, Mark Kimpland, and I am the pastor at the Endwell United Methodist Church. Today, our guest is no stranger to the Encounter program, as he has been here visiting us a few times. However, his position has changed a bit, and that's what I want to talk about today, to get a snapshot of what he is doing. Our guest today is the Reverend Chanthasone, and he has begun a new appointment as the pastor of the Centenary-Chenango Street United Methodist Church, and that is a half-time appointment that started on July 1st. Sean, welcome back to the Encounter program with a new hat on your head.
Thank you, Pastor Mark.
Absolutely.
It's great to be here and honored to be here with you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Now, Pastor Sean is the associate pastor at the Endwell United Methodist Church, and that's a quarter time. He is also the pastor at the Westover Laotian Church, which is also quarter time. And as I just said, he is at the Centenary-Chenango Street United Methodist Church half-time. You are a busy guy. You've got lots going on with lots of different hats, but I want to really focus in on your new appointment. I understand you've been there 3.5, 4 months. You're just kind of settling in, kicking the tires, trying to get all kinds of information. How have you felt about your first 4 months in this new appointment? How are things going as far as you are concerned?
Yes, Pastor Mark, once again, thank you for having me and us and to be part of this ministry. It's an honor to be here. I've been privileged and honored to be part of ministry in Centenary-Chenango Street. So far have been very blessing, and it's a great ministry, vibrant and growing ministry, located in North Side in Binghamton. And boy, what a heartbeat there is. Bit of mission. It's a great mission field. You don't have to go too far, right here in your backyard.
Yeah.
So very exciting to be part of this ministry. Yes.
Well, they are blessed to have you, my friend. Let's start first maybe for some of the listeners and viewers that might not know a whole lot about this mission field and this ministry and this church. Can you give us just a snapshot or two and just a paintbrush view of its history? I think that would be worth mentioning.
Yeah, thank you. The history of the church very rich in tradition, from what I learned and understand, gathering information from the long-time member of the church named from Charles Bell and Janet Bell, husband and wife, had been there many years, and now Charles Bell was 98 years old now. So he have shared with me about how rich the history of the church. Well, from what I understand, this church, we about 150 plus years old, came from very deep tradition, very upper scale in Binghamton area or Chenango Street, and then now became the North Side Ministry. All had a nickname in this church called the Lighthouse of the North Side, and they bring hope, and they're helping the community grow and in the spiritual and physical. So it's a great rich and tradition. And then in November 6, 1994, under leadership of Pastor Gary, the church became the reconcilable or reconciling church. Since 1994, that time was under Wyoming Conference. That's what I understand. Yes, and what is pretty mean by reconciliation there? So we are in inclusive church, and also growing faith, and then serving Christ, and they are committed for the justice and including all the people, community and ethnicity and interfaith to this ministry.
Awesome. Yes. So they've been a reconciling congregation for some time and a deep heritage within the city of Binghamton for 150 years. How exciting is that?
Yes.
That's
I'm very so glad to be part of it too now.
Boy, what stories I'm sure
Yes.
that there are, but yet what vision there is for the future also, and that's kind of what I
Yes,
want to hone
yes.
in on since we have a little bit about the history. Share with us a little bit about its ministry.
Yes.
I'm sure it's changed over the years, of course, and it ebbs and flows, but
Yes.
where we find ourselves in 2022, hopefully on the other side of COVID, but maybe not yet.
Yes.
What are some of the ministries that excite the people that you're excited to be a part of that are continuing in the present day? Can you shed some light on that?
Sure. This church, as I shared before, very rich in tradition, and the legacy was always focused on the mission and the community outreach. Part of that, the highlight of this ministry was called Child Program. The child is very rich because particularly the population that live in North Side is very low income people.
Yeah.
They depend on paycheck by paycheck, and some of them under public assistance, majority of them there. So very diverse, very low income, very inequality the community. So they depend on the church child pantry program. They open every Thursday night.
Okay.
So far, they've been, this year alone, they're serving almost 2,000 to 3,000 people a year already.
Yeah.
And we were very thankful for the Council of Churches and Food Bank have contributed, passionate, and continue to support this ministry. This is a child program, they're very vibrant on this church. Also on a Thursday night, the community meal, they also depend, as I shared before, a lot of people here have working and low income. They depend on the church for the hot meal on Thursday night.
Yeah.
That when they come home, they will stop by and pick up the hot meal from this ministry. And then also we have something that for children or unfortunate children or low income family, they creating a mission called Underwear and Socks. What was exciting, they give brand new sock and underwear for many children and the family. And this year alone was 1,500 children have received sock and underwear ministry.
That's wonderful. That's
so
wonderful.
These three highlight very vibrant
Yeah.
in this church.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go back to that Thursday. That's Thursday evening hot meal, which
Hot meal,
is,
yes.
I'm sure, and it is. It's a
Yes.
need everywhere and such things. But those meals don't get done by themselves.
Yes.
So there must be some volunteers that volunteer. But let's say that someone is listening or seeing this particular
Yes,
show.
yes.
What would they do if they wanted to be involved
Yes.
in cooking those meals or be a
Yes.
part of that? What would you suggest them
Thank
to
you
do?
for that question, Pastor Mark. That is very essential, important question. Right now, this, as I shared before, we have so many low-income families in Northside. But in our church, unfortunately, we don't have a lot of labor. So we are also looking for some gift and talent of someone have the culinary skills, a chef. Or you don't have to be a professional chef.
Right.
If you have only be looking for people who have big heart, big commitment to serve the need of the hungry people in Northside, or the people that willing to help each other, lending hand, so they can come. We're looking for people packing the meal, handing out the meal, people that need when the client come, they need someone to talk to. So besides cooking hot meal, there's so many ministry need there in each broken home and broken family.
Sure.
They come on Thursday night to receive their meal, looking for friends, looking for someone to talk to, and particularly not just, but the meals are center. They draw people in to our building.
And that's an in-person meal then.
In-person
they
meal,
sit
no?
right there and
Yes.
fellowship with one another.
And some of them, like a homebound family that not able to come, we do have volunteer that deliver to their home.
Okay, so there are some deliveries
Yes,
then and such.
yes.
So it sounds like people can get involved in a lot of
Yes,
different ways,
yes.
whether it's cooking, whether it is
Packing the meal,
you're packing
yeah.
the meal, or just
Talk to
sitting and
folks,
talking
yeah.
with folks.
Yes, yes.
Or delivering.
We all
So-
need each other.
Now, the phone number at the church is area code 607-724-3546. And so if you're interested in being a part of that or even finding out more information,
Yes.
please call the church office or leave a message and such
Yes.
things. Is there any other way in which folks can get in touch with you? Is that probably the major way of doing to call the office at the church?
Yes, that'll
Okay.
be the best way. Yes.
Okay.
Or even send an email to our church website or email. Yeah.
Okay.
We have that. Yes.
That would be great. So lots of ways to get involved
Yes.
with that. What are some other ministries that you'd like to highlight since you have the floor here? What are some other things that the church is doing that is making a difference in the community?
Also, as I shared before, this church is the lighthouse corner of North Side. So in the past 4 or 5 years now, this ministry have opened to the public, such as AA group. We have 4 or 5 AA group that attending there using our facility, and it's a great tremendous for this volunteer group that came. So AA groups are now the highlight that there's a building open for them. And we also opened this building for another African American church called Way of Life.
Yeah.
They are neighbor, they have a financial problem with the building, they're not able to continue. So we open and welcome them to, so they've been with us almost 2 years now. So we have multicultural ministry and relationship there besides just our own person mission, but we open for public, open for diversity, as the highlight of our mission, that we welcome all ethnic background, language and culture.
Yeah.
So it's a highlight besides just a local small mission, but we have big heart and big ministry.
Yeah.
For a small church. Yes.
Yeah, great. Friends, our guest today is the Reverend Chanthasone, who is the new pastor at the Centenary-Chenango Street United Methodist Church on the north side of Binghamton. One of the things that you talked about that I want to just go a little bit deeper with you, because I found this in Endwell also, as I am in my 10th year there. When I first got there, the people were saying, you know, when we open the doors of our church, the community just doesn't look like it used to.
Yes,
It's different. And so we've been working through that as to how we can be more inclusive and how we can look more like our neighbors and kind of be together. I'm sure you've found they have found that. And what have they done? Are there specific things? You've named some of them, but are there ways in which you bridge that gap or help them kind of bridge that gap, or you look forward to bridging the gap with them about that?
I'm glad you asked that question, Mr. Mark, because I share with you, this community used to be a very rich community, upper scale community. Now, many things have changed, and we have very diverse income, diverse family. So the highlight of it, we are now not only particularly in our circle, we go out to community now to reach out to folk to share that we here for them. So it can be the hot meal, can be any counseling mission, can be AA group, but we here for them. So we try to reconcile with the broken home, broken family in North Side, to bring them in, to show them our compassion, that we are open, not for particular our group, but for any family that are willing to allow us to be ministry to them. So we try that's the gap that we try to close, that not a particular status, but we are inclusive, everyone. So there's.
What would you say then, and that's perfectly said, and I think all of our churches are struggling at one level or another about that, about how do we become completely inclusive and serving the communities in which we find ourselves in. So what's the biggest challenge in doing that, do you see? And again, I know you've only been there about 3-4 months and such things, but what do you see as the biggest challenge of the congregation to really become that?
Sure. The challenge we have is about aging.
Okay.
As I shared with you, this church has been almost 150-some plus years. So many of our members there, in certain age, about 80 or 90, they have been kicking this mission for a long time. Now it seems that they run out of steam, run out of energy, but your heart still want to do more, but the physical not allow them to do. So that's one challenging, that we have aging group that would like to go further but not able to. And the second thing, we have find some gift and people they're willing to come and commitment to help us. So we have very small church, but have big heart. But yet we have no labor right now or volunteer who are willing. We have great resource, but we don't have a people to helping serve this ministry. So that's a two challenge that we have now. And then also the geographic of the population is changing.
Yeah.
They're so demanding that we don't have enough professional that can come. For such example, like the alcoholic population, disability families, and all those, we do not have professional help.
Okay.
So this is very challenging us in 3 areas that we hope and pray that someone in community or someone that in organizations such as churches we're willing to volunteer and help this ministry. It's very vibrant, very important, and very exciting ministry.
Yeah.
But very, very challenging.
Yeah. So it looks like you're looking to network with people, especially professionals and such things that might be able to offer some services. But also, you know, it says in the Bible, you know, the harvest is plentiful and the laborers are few. And so I would encourage our listeners and
it's a great opportunity.
Those that are watching us and such. If you're looking for a church home, if you're looking to make a difference, if you have the gift of sharing your time and talents, this would be a wonderful place in which to use
and
them.
then I have shared before, we don't have to go too far. This is right in our backyard.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not in another county or
Yes.
state or
Yes.
country. It's
a
right
great
here.
need right here. It's a heart of bit of mission.
Yes. Yes.
In the north side.
Yeah.
North side ministry.
So what excites you? What excites you about this ministry? What gets you out of bed in the morning?
Yes, the exciting me is I'm very passionate for hours of mission. Then I've been searching this kind of ministry for a while, and I don't realize this is on my right, my backyard. So I found it and very exciting, and I fit with this challenge and this ministry, and then I'm very excited and looking forward for this ministry to get. But I also looking for someone to join me, that you have heart and passion for this kind of ministry, to join me to do the ministry together as God called us to do. As I shared before, the harvest was plenty, but labor are few. And also this is the heartbeat of Christ while he was here on earth, that his mission, that he wants to reach out to more, not particular population, but all inclusive people, different language, different culture. So North Side is very vibrant ministry and very interfaith culture and family. So this right here, I'm excited about it.
Good. Friends, Pastor Sean Chanthasone is our guest on the show today. He is the pastor at the Centenary-Chenango Street United Methodist Church, and we are so glad that you are with us because you certainly, in my humble opinion, are the right person at the right place at the right time with, I know, your heart for mission and such things. Are there other facets of the ministry that you want to share? But before you do that, let me ask this. Someone's watching, listening, and such, and it goes, "What? That guy's impressive. I can work with him." How would you like them to reach out to you? If someone is listening here and I can work on the dinners or I can work in ministry, how would you like them to connect with you?
First of all, you can contact me in person.
Okay.
By my phone number or my email that you have shared with them.
The phone number again is 607-724-3546.
I wouldn't give you my cell number too.
That's up to you.
It will be 607-237-4564.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So that I'll be glad and maybe perfect honor to work with some of you and some of the gift and talent people that have passion for this ministry together. I'm not only just looking for, this is for our church, but this is for anybody who are willing to do this together. And you don't have to be United Methodist Church, can be anybody. It's open. So.
As they say, it takes a community, doesn't it?
Yes.
All kinds of people and such things. Now, is there anything else that you want to share about the ministry and such things that you've seen that you're excited about, that you want to share with our
As
listeners?
I shared before, but my hope and prayer that someone will come along, come alongside, that with us and passion this ministry, because this ministry is very vibrant. So when you come to North Side, and then North Side is once again is so rich with vibrant ministry there, and this church here we been there for a while, but we all need help. Need someone to come along with us. So that's that what I desire right now, looking. And then if you're looking to join with our ministry, we just have open house yesterday. And then people there have big heart to welcome all of us. And so I'm very exciting.
Awesome.
And looking forward to serve in the ministry.
Great. Well, let's go a little further here. Let's widen it up here a little bit. And I know you know this, and I think a lot of our listeners and those that are watching us know this. This is a difficult time of ministry, especially within the United Methodist tradition. We've spent the last 2.5 years working through COVID. The United Methodist Church is still mired in what they're doing amongst the schism and the breakup of the United Methodist Church, which is another whole 10 different shows. But what do you sense are the challenges now in ministry in 2022? You could take that globally or locally, but what do you see as the church's greatest challenges, which might be the greatest opportunities also? You want to reflect on that a little bit and share a little bit of your theology there?
Thank you so much, Pastor Mark. I found that since COVID-19, that I'm sure it hit hard for everybody. That's the first challenge for us. And then I have shared with you before, our aging of population, I'm sure is overboard for any churches that are facing right now, especially here in Northside. So the population was withdrawn from ministry because they're aging. So there's another one besides the COVID. And the poverty in Northside, they have prevent this ministry to go forward. People always need help. As you know now, we are facing a very difficult time in economic, in safety, in people worry. From what the paycheck can come from, how they can provide food for the children, for the family, and the safety too for each family. So this can become a challenge for us. Then our congregation also claimed to become inclusive church. A reconciliation church. That's another challenge because some folk may not, even myself, this is new to me myself too, to be part of it. But I'm feel very blessed to be part of this ministry and learn from this our member, our friend, very good people, very passionate for community and passionate for each other. So I'm learning from them, learning to accept each other. Learning to love one another as Christ have taught us, to love God with all our heart, our mind, and love our neighbor with ourselves. So doesn't matter who they are, what status they are, but they are the child of God, they are created of God. So I'm just be faithful and humble to accept this ministry and to learn and be partnership with them. So that my hope and my prayer that God be blessing for all of us and build the kingdom together.
Well, that's a great segue to where I want to go next here. A lot of times I know in my experience in the local church, people will come and visit, they'll take a look around, see maybe where they might fit in, come to a class or something like that, but eventually, many times what they'll do is they'll end up in my office and they'll want to know me theologically, what I believe, what I don't believe, you know, and I mean that's just happened several times just over the past few weeks and such things. I know this is a loaded question, but let's go down it. Can you share a bit of your theology? Just a ballpark, you know, as to, you know, you were talking about trying to, you know, get your head around the reconciliation and that ministry and such things. Can you just share a little bit about theologically where you are and such things, and what's the true north for you? You know, kind of thing?
So as shared before, when I became a Christian and accepted the Lord Jesus Christ in my heart, I always felt very privileged and honored to be a child of God. Number one, that I learned from our Lord Jesus Christ, who taught us to love one another, to accept and open to each other. So that's one thing. And also founder John Wesley have shared with me that I admire him, that he said, do no harm. And love the Lord with all his heart, and then passionate with him. So I'm here to share to be like Christ. So my theology is very simple, Pastor Mark, is love God with all my heart, with all my mind, with all my soul, and love our neighbor or our brother and sister, and have Christ loving all of us.
Yeah.
So that is my simple theology.
Yeah. Yeah.
And to love one another, to show compassion, to open, and then not to judging, not to all that, but accept each other who we are, and learn with each other.
Yeah.
And then up to the Lord to make decision. We just are His creator. We just be faithful to do. That's my theology.
Great.
Yes.
That's the true north, and
Yes.
certainly could be defended by Scripture. That's that's for sure.
Yes, yes.
Let me. We're kind of winding down to about the last 2 minutes
Sure,
or so.
sure.
What's your greatest joys in ministries,
Oh,
and
yes.
also
Thank you.
what's your greatest discouragements
yes,
in
yes.
ministry?
My great joy was, as shared before, to be part of this North Side ministry, and to able to helping the needy people. For example, serve the meal that someone have. Oh, I have no food today, Sean. I need something to eat. So they came and received the food. It's joy to handle the food that we prepare from the gift of people to the person.
Yeah.
And it's a joy to share. Okay, I would like to pray for you. Can I hold your hand? You could be okay this night. So the Lord will take care of you. It's a joy to share that, to comfort the person. That's another joy.
Yeah.
That someone came without no clothing, no money to spend. It's a joy to share some of that to the person.
Yeah.
So that's a joy.
Yes.
Every day. And you can work 13, 14 hours a day. When you're done that, you go home like, wow, I done something good today.
Yeah.
I'm so proud to be part of this. And right here in my backyard, that right there is a certain good location, good time that I'm able to do this. That's a great joy.
Yeah.
But the most discouraged me was, here we in America, we're so rich with so education, resource, but yet people here North Side will struggle day to day to provide food, to provide welfare for their family.
Yeah.
So that's what discouraged me.
Yeah.
Well, why so many needy people that need help in such a rich and beautiful, blessing country, and here in our backyard?
Yes.
So that was struggle me to see people like that. Why people in alcoholic? Why people struggling with disability? All those is bother me.
Yeah.
So that's why I struggle.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you for your vulnerability in that, because I mean it is about the whole person, whether it be physically, mentally, spiritually, relationally, all of those kinds of things.
Yes.
So. Sean, I just want to thank you for being part of the Encounter
you.
Program. I thank you for your humility. I thank you for the passion that you have in ministry and mission. And the good folks at Centenary-Chenango Street United Methodist Church are blessed to have you. So thank you for your work.
Well, thank you so much. It's an honor, Pastor Mark, to be part of this program again.
Awesome.
And my hope and prayer that all you just listening will come and join us soon.
Awesome.
Looking forward to serving
Fantastic.
and partnership with everybody here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pastor Mark.
Friends, have a wonderful day.